And welcome to Boss Battle Round 23. Forgot that was a little bit early. So I will say it again, of course. Yep. Hello everybody. Welcome to Boss Battle Round 23. I'm your host, Goron1988, and I am here with Yep. I'm here with Inquisitor Cat. How are you, Inquisitor Cat?
Well, it's been a miracle that today hasn't rained, but it's still been a hell with the weather regardless.
Mm. Yep. For me, the weather's looking nice, but yeah, I have some little niggles here and there, basically, but I'm sure everything will sort itself out. So, the battle today is Phantom Ganon and Morpha. I, uh, I'm not expecting too much from this battle, but it was one that was going to appear eventually. What's your opinion, Kat?
Well, it was bound to happen, and that's all I can say.
Yep. Looking at the boss stats, Phantom Ganon, Health C, Power C, Intelligence A, Mobility A, Dimensional Travel S, Dark Affinity B, Electric Magic B. Phantom Ganon is one of the better bosses in our lineup. That mobility, dimensional travel, dark affinity, it all works really well together, doesn't it, Cat?
Yeah, even like any of those special abilities alone would be a powerful thing all put together. Ooh-wee.
Yeah. So, Morpha, Health D, Power F, Intelligence F, Mobility D, Aqua Affinity B. Again, Morpha has the ability to be creative, but that Intelligence F is really dragging Morpha down. What do you think, Kat?
Well, creativity is um, it's a fluid concept, but
Definitely. Okay, then. So, let's get back to it. Let's sort out the arena. Um, I'd assume let's give it Morpha's arena, but with the paintings up top and the forest temple on the top. Is that fine by you, Kat?
well, it's both of the arena parts, both combatants use, so it makes sense.
Good, good. Also in this, are we okay with me being Morpha and you being Phantom Ganon in this one?
Yes.
Good, good. And the third thing is to determine who's going to win this. So that's a standard thing. I will put it here in the decision. And are we happy with that decision?
Yes, totally.
Yes. Okay then. Okay then. So, let's paint the scene here. So both these boss arenas merge into one. Morpha doesn't actually notice anything because nothing's changed on Morpha's part. Phantom Ganon emerges out of a painting, on his horse and go and look straight at Morpha, seeing, well, I mean, it's up to you, but you see Morpha, of course, Cat.
Yes. Phantom Cannon, seeing this weird thing in the water, it being in the water, Phantom Cannon would just fire an electric attack towards Morpha.
Yes. So, what would happen then is, again, we've discussed this before, the water around Morpha is not Morpha itself, but it is a conduit. Water has always been. It isn't specifically a water. I know it's some form of boss water, effectively. But this would hurt Morpha for minor damage, and Morpha would try to find something to grab in this case. or would at least try to, from its senses, try to grab Phantom Ganon. But I'll leave that bit to you.
Yes. To uh, well, to the very big hardship for Morpha, Phantom Ganon, being a phantom, has the ability to fly and would just ride higher so Morpha could not reach.
Yes, so even if Morpha did by any chance get Phantom Ganon, with Morpha's sense, Morpha cannot because Phantom Ganon flies over the reach. Morpha still continues trying, so it's up to you again.
Well, there is not much of room to thought here. It's just another electric attack.
Yep. So, I would say that this could repeat once or twice more, theoretically, but what both our commandants do is completely locked in. There's no way, possibly, for Morpha to change up Morpha's attacks at all, considering. So I'm just going to go straight to result. That is a win for Phantom Ganon. Yeah, we discussed this. This is one of the easiest wins to declare, isn't it, Kat?
Yes, one of the easiest.
Yeah. I mean, and it's just that intelligence A, mobility A, and the electric magic B. I mean, Phantom Ganon is intelligent enough to avoid Morpha, is mobile enough to avoid Morpha, and, has electric magic that counters Morpha straight off the bat, pretty much.
Indeed. And I also took into consideration if Phantom Ganon would not have that electric magic, he would still be strong and fast enough to just charge through Morpha's horde and not be caught by it.
True, actually. I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, I mean, and even if Phantom Ganon couldn't defeat Morpha, Phantom Ganon is smart enough to just not fight. With that dimensional travel as well.
Indeed.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's not as though... I mean, don't get me wrong, Phantom Ganon would want to do quite a few fights here, but I don't think Morpha could get into Phantom Ganon's psyche. I think Phantom Ganon, no matter what, would think of Morpha beneath himself. What would you think?
Yeah, even having a very bad self-esteem, one would be one cannot have such a bad self-esteem to put themselves under an amoeba.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just all those powers there, and yeah, Morpha, health D. Well, I've said all the stats, but I mean, Morpha just had no counters. You know, even if Morpha had a higher intelligence and a better way of noticing Phantom Ganon, a better mobility, you know, there wasn't anything Morpha could really do, even with that Aqua Affinity. Again, we haven't discussed it, but Phantom Ganon is a phantom. It shouldn't matter too much to Phantom Ganon, even if he goes through the complete, water that Morpha was in. As long as, that water wasn't strong enough to, completely restrict and restrain Phantom Ganon, but I doubt it with that darkness affinity that Phantom Ganon has.
Yeah. From what have been shown in outside sources, but official sources, all forms of Phantom Ganon have been completely immune to drowning, as they are phantoms.
Yeah. So yeah, I do not have much more to say on that. I'm just gonna bring it back here. Yeah, do you have anything more to say about this? I mean, just yeah.
This really feels like if like one of those meme episodes where if Ash would be a smarter trainer, it's just Pikachu against a water gym. It's just done in an instant.
Yep. And on that note, Misty, if you're listening to me right now, do not choose Morpher as a Pokemon, please. But yeah, that's boss battle round 23, and well, that's goodbye from me, and
Yeah.